Hi everyone. In case you don't already know me, I'm Kyle Lambert, founder of Left Brain AI and Action Hero Marketing. I'm also the host of the Brainiac Blueprint Podcast. If you've seen an episode of the podcast, you know I talk to real-world professionals about AI and how they're using it in their careers, and if they're not, why not? I've had many people ask for my reason for starting the podcast. Truth be told, there are many reasons for it. First, as a business owner, everything we do hopefully leads to business, right? The podcast is an opportunity to engage with thought leaders in a productive conversation about their business and their organization and hopefully establish a relationship. If it turns into business for Left Brain or Action Hero, that's great. But there are many reasons for it outside of business development. Branching out my network for one. Ideally, I would build some trust and get to meet more and more people in their network. Referrals and word of mouth are always a great way to grow for any business. Hopefully guests will enjoy themselves, they'll introduce me to more people, share on their social networks and LinkedIn, which leads to additional introductions. I can continue to have more people on and grow the podcast and grow the agencies. Additionally, I get to learn about actual real-world problems that people are going through when it comes to their roles and their careers. This allows me to have a better understanding of how I can service my clients and build solutions to support them better. Knowledge is power, right? Also, the podcast is a great source of content. I'm a marketer at heart. Left Brain and Action Hero is very focused on establishing our authority in the space, and showing the conversations we are having with people on the podcast really helps to do that. As a marketer, I'm able to take one episode and turn it into many pieces of content on a variety of different platforms. So ideally, this will help us to build up our reach, our exposure, and our authority. And lastly, in the digital world, the time of Zoom calls and follows and likes, I personally still crave and enjoy human interactions. Being an entrepreneur means early mornings and late nights, working weekends, missing out on hanging with the crew, all to achieve the goal of building something that can support me and the people I care about for the long term. So this is a way for me to have some human interaction and some human connection. Everyone has a story to tell, and I truly feel privileged to be an outlet for that story. Between episodes that are already posted, currently in editing, and are scheduled, we are about 15 episodes in. And I'm having so much fun talking to people about their insights, their passions, and their expertise. Finally, I want to give a shout out to AC. She works behind the scenes and has taken it upon herself to build out the editing and posting process. She is totally self-taught and makes all the content look great. So she is the woman behind the scenes that makes all of this possible. With that being said, I hope you're all enjoying the Brainiac Blueprint as much as I am, because there are many, many more episodes to come if I'm going to have it my way. To set the stage for each episode, I ask each guest this prompt. I think AI is. I find it a great way to build a foundation for the conversation. We know what their basic sentiment of AI is for each one of our guests. It occurred to me that it's important for me to set that foundation as well. Obviously, as the owner and founder of an AI and automation agency and the host of an AI podcast, it's pretty clear that I at least use and appreciate AI. But the truth is, there's a lot more to the story, and I try to take a realistic and human-first approach to my assessment of artificial intelligence. So, without further ado, I think AI is human empowerment. Again, if you've listened to an episode, you've likely heard me use that term before. The phrase human empowerment is neither positive nor negative. It simply means that it is probably the greatest tool out there that allows us to accomplish more with less. Just like any tool, humans can use it for positive purposes or negative purposes. For example, we all know the rise of deepfakes, where AI is used to impersonate someone to either defame them or spread disinformation. This obviously is the type of human empowerment that needs to be regulated and enforced. I'm not smart enough to suggest what that regulation looks like in practice, but I know it is something that needs to be reviewed and monitored. Additionally, it is being used to displace jobs. A perfect example is the driving industry. If you ask Career Explorer, they will tell you 95% of truck drivers have either no education, a high school diploma, a certificate, or an associate's degree. These individuals made the decision to jump into the workforce and make a living as a driver, and that's a perfectly acceptable option. The US Census says that there are 3.5 million people that hold trucking jobs, give or take. If we completely automate trucking and 3.5 million people lose out on their income and don't necessarily have an abundance of other jobs available to them, this is obviously a significant issue. On the flip side, AI is being used for truly amazing things as well. I've had conversations with many people about AI, especially with how it's impacting the healthcare industry, something that's relevant to all of us. I have heard stories about clinicians becoming mentally healthier due to AI tools and tech. And soon, I'm chatting with a gentleman whose organization is using AI to analyze human biomarkers to improve and customize cancer treatments. Truly amazing stuff. Change is always a little scary, and something like AI that evolves so quickly can be predictable and certainly can cause some fear. I hope to focus on the positive impact that AI can have, focusing on positive human empowerment instead of human replacement, or a total takeover as Hollywood might have you think. I'm excited to continue to dive into the world that is AI and learn more about how everyday people are using it. Hopefully, I can provide you with some hope, some understanding, and even a little bit of inspiration. So don't fear AI, give it a shot, and see how it can positively impact your life and make you feel empowered. Check out the next episode of the Brainiac Blueprint, and hopefully you'll find some good information there. Until next time, stay brilliant, Brainiacs.